Hello guys, good evening. As it's Monday, so let's do our Forex weekly analysis for the week. Starting with the dollar index chart, if you notice, the candlestick clearly represents that market was weak last week, and the major movement happened on Friday. If you notice the daily time frame, you would see that on Friday, clearly dollar became very weak, and which is expected to continue this week as well. So clearly seeing the candlestick formation, I'm bearish for dollar. And though we were expecting there might be some bounce up because of the previous week's closing, but I also mentioned that you need to keep a check on your daily close. If the daily candlestick closes above 61.8, then we will shift for the buy. But it never happened. See, it's constantly rejecting this. Next target, what I'm expecting is to reach 78.6% level. So if I check the daily time frame, I'll open the daily and show you. See, market has been constantly rejecting 61.8, and in fact, this week, last week, it didn't close above this moving average. So I personally follow this 30 moving average uh, as a very strong support resistance tool. It works very well for my swing strategy, and we can clearly see that market constantly Monday. If you see, this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the days it just constantly rejecting this level. So if you're not drawing the trend lines, you can clearly figure it out with this moving average as well. So we were on the sell side of dollar, seeing the daily close. So this week also I'll be bearish. Also I can see there's more like a channel movement. So if I draw a channel here in the daily time frame, see something like this is what I can clearly figure out. So this is looking more like you can adjust your angle a little here and there. See, I'm expecting it to fall down till here, which is also coinciding with 78.6% level. So at least I'm expecting dollar to come down till here. From around this level, if it's, let's say, if market, like currently also it's falling down, let's say it continues to fall down and by Wednesday it reaches here. So just check the daily closing. If you see an engulfing or a bullish setup, then you can again expect the market to go up. So just keep this channel in mind. Once it reaches the support, it might switch to buy as well. But currently it's clearly looking on the downside, so bearish for dollar. So as we are clearly bearish for dollar, so for gold automatically, as there's an inverse correlation, we should be on the buying side of gold. So if I see the gold chart as well, so yeah, this is a trend line which I already have. So if you notice, this trend line has been getting respected from a long period of time. See, it was a support turned into resistance, and then again a support, and market has taken a support here. So it clearly indicates for buy, and also as per correlation, as dollar looks weak, gold should be on the buy side. And in here also you can check the daily candlestick formation. It's constantly rejecting this. We also have an engulfing as a formation. And if I see, there's also a resistance line here. And it looks like it had broken that level. So it clearly looks like a buy, and there is a possibility market can touch the high or at least reach near the high, uh, all-time high, you can say. So yeah, this week, gold looks clearly on the upside. So now let's, as dollar has such a good clarity in terms of its trend this week, so major pairs would be easy to analyze. Since dollar is weak, so every other currency against dollar should be looking on the buy side. So starting with the Euro USD, see a clear bullish candlestick confirmation here, and it's looking to go up. All you have to wait for a little better prices to buy and trade with proper risk management. It's indicating to for it to go up. So yeah, candlesticks itself is telling everything. So if you notice, this price was constantly getting rejected, and if you see the daily time frame, you can see a similar channel what you noticed in the dollar index chart. It's just that just keep checking the resistance line as well. Once it reaches here, just see how the daily candle is closing. If it breaks above, nothing like it, you can continue to be on the buying side. Just I would suggest buy at better prices. Don't end up buying at the resistance. So then otherwise you will get stuck. So If I check GP USD, see major movement happened on Friday. As it's a daily chart, you can clearly see dollar became very weak on Friday. The entire week it was not doing much of a movement, but on Friday majorly it took a decision and did a breakout. So if you remember last week we were looking to sell GP USD, but since market was continuously going up, we never got a sell confirmation in a smaller time frame, in the 4 hourly time frame. But if you notice, now this candlestick has confirmed the breakout of the resistance, which has been getting respected from a long period of time. So if you notice, this was a resistance line because of which we were expecting market to fall down. But since the breakout has happened, so we are very clear with the trend that we are on the upside of GPUSD, bullish for GPUSD. We'll wait for some good prices to buy. So yeah, that's about this currency. Clearly, like I said, as dollar has a very clear trend, so analyzing major pairs will not take much of time. If you see AUD USD, similar thing, very clear breakout with a very strong Marubozu, no wick at all. It clearly shows a very strong momentum. Basically, it's all because dollar looks very weak. So now if you check New Zealand USD also, see such a big candlestick has closed and it has clearly indicated for buy, though it has around the moving average, but if you notice it has closed slightly above the moving average and the intensity of the candlestick is also very strong. So it clearly indicates for the upside move. Dollar weak, New Zealand buy, New Zealand USD should be a very good buy. Same way if you check USD CAD, see everywhere 200 moving average is broken. So everywhere 200 moving average was either acting as a support or as the resistance. But here it has broken it completely. And in GP also you can notice in New Zealand USD, in AUD USD, everywhere 200 was acting as a support or as the resistance, which is broken here. Everywhere you can see dollar is indicating for sell. Even USD JPY candle is getting rejected. USD CHF also a proper rejection of this candlestick, and it is expected to fall down further, even deeper. So yeah, dollar, all the 7 pairs, dollar major pairs, we are on the sell side, but that does not mean we just blindly take sell on, take a sell on dollar on all these 7 pairs. That is not a right decision as a trader. That this does not follow risk management. So just pick up two strong currencies to trade against dollar, because you should not put all your money in one, depending on one currency. Things can change. Like last week we were expecting that dollars should become strong or things like that. That ways things can change in the market. You have to go with the proper risk management. So don't spend all your money trading just on dollar. Diversify your portfolio. Yes, you have good opportunities, but trade with proper risk management. Now if you have to decide which two currencies, which solid currencies we should trade on, is like then the deciding factor is which currency is the strongest amongst all, so that you can trade with the weakest dollar. Okay, so always a strong and weak gives you a trending movement, right? So if I have to check in between, let's say euro and GP, let's check the euro GP chart. See, we have this resistance trend line. Euro GP, if you see, is clearly indicating for sell. So that does not mean euro is weak. It clearly means that GP is more stronger. That's why if GP goes up, euro GBP as a pair will fall down, right? So euro GP is clearly indicating for sell, which means that GP is more strong in between the two. Now if we check AUD NCD, let's say, in between AUD and NCD, we can clearly see, though this one is a spinning top, but overall if we see the movement, it's more indicating towards the downside, right? If we see the overall, at least till this level, you can expect the AUD NCD to fall down, or maybe if you connect these lines, then you can also notice that market can fall up till here or till the moving average. So overall trend is showing that market should come down, though this is more like a pullback. But clearly again, AUD is not weak. Basically New Zealand is more stronger than AUD. That's why it's indicating more for sell. So in between AUD and NCD, you can clearly figure out New Zealand is more stronger. In between euro and GP, figure out GP is more stronger. So let's check GBP New Zealand. Okay, let's figure out which is more stronger among the two. So GP NCD is indicating for sell here. A clear evening star formation we have, which clearly means that New Zealand is looking the strongest. It is looking stronger than GBP also. See, you can see this support trend line, right? You can extend it further. Support turned into resistance, breakout, pullback, right? And also, if you're not able to draw the trend line, draw a Fibonacci from high to low. See, clearly 38.2 is getting rejected, and we have a evening star here indicating for sell. So New Zealand looks the strongest also, right? And if you see, let's check now GP AUD, which is more stronger, GP is stronger or AUD. So here also we have, though there's a support trend line here, right? But at least this much movement, which means AUD is looking more stronger than GP. So if I have to ask about the hierarchy, if I have to see the hierarchy, New Zealand looks the strongest. So New Zealand USD would be one pair which I'll keep an eye on. That if wherever I get a better price to enter for buy for New Zealand USD, I would give that the maximum preference. Reason being, New Zealand is the strongest and dollar is the weakest. So you will see more of trending movement. Your possibility of success becomes higher. So that's why after New Zealand, there's AUD, then we have GBP, then we have Euro. Let's check against CAD. Let's check GP CAD. Okay, GP CAD is indicating for buy, so definitely it's below GP. CAD is, I mean, GP is looking more stronger here. If I check GP, JPY again looks strong, which means JPY, I mean, GP is more stronger than JPY, right? So likewise, you can figure out the strength and weaknesses. So we have New Zealand, we have AUD, then we have GBP. So let's check Euro JPY. Okay, so you can check Euro JPY here. The way the candle has closed is more like a rejection. So after some time, you know that it is like half body, half candlestick. You don't have to see the current movement. You don't have to notice that. You have to see the previous week that the candle has closed. So clearly, if I have to figure out my all the currencies, if you will check, let's say Euro CAD also, right? Though it's more like a spinning top, let's check AUD CAD. AUD is strong, right? AUD is clearly strong. So that does not make CAD weak. It's just that AUD is very strong. So I can clearly see that all the currencies are looking strong against dollar, be it CAD, JPY, be it AUD, Euro, GBP, New Zealand, everything is looking strong against dollar because dollar is very weak. But that does not mean you trade it against any currency. Preference top three strongest if I have to choose. It looks New Zealand, then AUD, then GBP. After that, there is Euro also, there's CHF also, there is Canadian dollar also, there's JPY also. You can keep that, but you can keep those as a lesser priority. If you don't get much setup, much better risk to reward setups in the first three, then you can go to these currencies. So yeah, clearly dollar looks extremely weak for this week. So yeah, that's the analysis for the week. I hope this will be helpful, and correlation helps a lot. So that page, just try to follow the weekly analysis in few videos, and every Monday, once you follow it, you will be able to understand how this is happening. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a good trading week. We'll meet again next week on Monday. Thank you guys.